While the world watched Skid Row conquer the Billboard charts with multi-platinum albums, a brutal psychological storm was brewing behind the curtain. In late 1989, the heavy metal powerhouse was unstoppable, yet the relentless touring schedule was pushing its charismatic frontman straight toward a catastrophic collapse. Every single night, thousands of screaming fans demanded absolute perfection from a 21-year-old singer whose vocal cords were fraying under extreme pressure. But the real danger wasn't the physical exhaustion of the road. It was a toxic mix of soaring expectations, intense management pressure, and internal band friction. Fans thought the rock star lifestyle was all champagne and adulation. But behind closed doors, the reality was a grueling marathon of isolation and anxiety. As the tour rolled deeper into North America, the tension escalated from minor disagreements to explosive backstage confrontations that nearly tore the band apart. Management demanded endless promotional appearances, squeezing every drop of energy out of members who were already operating on fumes and frayed nerves. Sebastian Bach carried the heaviest burden of all, acting as the lightning rod for media scrutiny while trying to maintain an invincible public persona. Then came that fateful night in late 1989, a night that would permanently alter the trajectory of one of the biggest metal bands on the planet. The arena was packed to absolute capacity, radiating an intoxicating energy that masked the deep fractures widening among the musicians backstage. As the opening chords ripped through the speakers, Sebastian stepped up to the microphone, unaware that his body was about to stage a full rebellion. Midway through the set, the physical and emotional weight of the entire decade crashed down upon him all at once, freezing him in his tracks. Whispers turned into stunned silence as the audience realized something was profoundly wrong with their golden-voiced idol. The band tried to cover the disruption, but the fragile illusion of perfection shattered right there under the blinding white spotlights. This exact moment captured the raw, unedited vulnerability of heavy metal stardom, a stark contrast to the polished image sold to millions worldwide. Backstage, after the chaotic incident, the atmosphere was thick with recrimination, unspoken fears, and the terrifying realization of burnout. Insiders knew that if management didn't immediately ease the pressure, the golden goose of 80s heavy metal would self-destruct beyond repair. Yet, true to the resilient spirit of rock and roll, the band regrouped in the shadows, determined to finish what they started. That harrowing night served as a brutal wake-up call, forcing everyone involved to re-evaluate the true human cost of chasing legendary status. While they continued to sell out stadiums, the innocence of their early rise was forever lost in the searing heat of those stage lights. Critics often miss the profound psychological toll exacted by the music industry's ruthless machinery during the peak of the hair metal era. Sebastian Bach's on-stage breakdown wasn't a sign of weakness, but the inevitable breaking point of a fiercely passionate artist giving his all. Long after the amplifiers were turned off and the arenas emptied, that haunting night remained a defining milestone in rock history. It taught both fans and artists alike that even the gods of metal bleed, hurt, and ultimately push past their absolute limits. The legacy of Skid Row in 1989 remains a complex tapestry of unmatched musical triumph and deeply hidden personal sacrifice. When we look back at the golden age of rock, we must remember the immense human price paid behind the curtain for our entertainment. Sebastian Bach survived the crucible of 1989, emerging with a scarred yet enduring voice that still defines a legendary generation. The myth of the indestructible rock star was shattered that night, replaced by something far more authentic and undeniably powerful. As music history proves time and again, the greatest art is often born from moments of profound fracture and intense pressure. And that is the untold story of the night Sebastian Bach broke on stage. A stark reminder that true rock and will demands everything you have.